have that effect on most people.
Coming to you all the way from Norfolk, Virginia, Go On Podcast presents How Embarrassing with Molly and Jeff.
How embarrassing!
How embarrassing!
How embarrassing!
How embarrassing! Oh.
Hey. Welcome to How Embarrassing.
Hello.
It's a podcast about all of our embarrassing lives. My name's Molly.
And I'm Jeff, and we're here
All
today
right. Oh, we're here.
to speak about embarrassing stories,
Absolutely.
as we do every episode.
That we do. Do you have one
My
to
name's
tell?
Glenn Close. What?
Oh.
No, I don't have an embarrassing story.
Okay,
You? Is that what we do on this?
I have two, one about you, one about me.
Go.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, so my first one is about me from when I was in I want to say 3rd grade, and I was a big fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
And I got a cat,
Ooh.
like our first pet. My family, we were not pet people at all, but we had outdoor cats. And I had one cat, our first
That's
pet.
not a pet.
Yes, it is.
It's like saying a squirrel in your backyard is a
No.
pet.
It came
An
in.
outdoor cat's not a pet.
Yeah, that's true.
You throw it
An
some nuts every once in a while, but it's not your
An
pet.
outdoor cat is a cat that you feed and lives in your house, but it is also allowed outside. So
Okay, thanks for clarifying.
So I had a cat, and I told my whole class in 3rd grade. I was so weird. I told everyone I had a pet lion,
What?
which was a lie. And then someone was like, "Bring in a picture of your pet lion." And
Oh,
do you guys
shit.
remember those Polaroid cameras that were
Yeah.
like skinny and long?
Yeah.
And you would take the picture, and they were
Yes.
like stickers, and they had like the weird long like strips of paper on the side of them.
Right.
Yes,
They were
I know exactly. what you're
Very
talking about.
weird cameras, but
Yeah.
I took a picture on one of those cameras, and what I did was I took my cat Mimo, may she rest in peace. She only lasted like 3 years,
Damn.
but I took a napkin and I poked a hole in the center of the napkin and like cut it so it was fringy on the side to make it look like she had a mane.
With like a napkin, just
Like
a paper towel.
a kitchen
Or
napkin.
just-
Yes.
Yeah, just like
I don't.
And stuck it on my cat and took a picture with one of those Polaroids.
did it work?
No, everyone was like, "What the fuck?" Trey Hunt, he was the guy who asked me for the picture.
Trey
He
cunt.
was like, "Okay, like,
You idiot.
so embarrassing."
Why didn't you just like cut out a fucking picture from a magazine of a lion? And be like, here it is.
So here's the thing: I always wanted to be like the funny girl, and I thought
Aw.
that was funny, and I thought people would think it was funny.
Just awkward.
You think lion is funny, Molly?
I do think lying is funny.
Then you're part of the problem in America.
Yeah. Canceled.
My embarrassing story about Jeff is that I actually am recording live for the first time in Jeff's bedroom.
Oh la la.
Uh-oh.
Little worms, don't
mommy.
get it twisted. We're just friends. Me and Jeff
Sensual
are just
love.
friends. Don't get any ideas, but I am in Jeff's bedroom.
Sensual love.
Jeff does have, so you know how most people like above their desk or in their office have like their college diploma framed?
Yeah.
Jeff above his desk has his kindergarten diploma.
It's elementary school, ma'am.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
it says Providence Elementary School. This certifies that Jeffrey Tyler Beaulieu, a pioneer of the future, is awarded the Certificate of Completion of Elementary School. And this motherfucker has it framed.
That's hilarious. Well, you can't say he's not
I mean-
undereducated anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, do you have that, Molly?
Honestly,
Yeah.
no. I went to Catholic school, and they didn't give you shit for graduating except for like
they
a
give you a
cross.
fucking Bible.
Yeah, and like
so
a
Does your Bible
brand.
say you graduated?
yeah, no, I agree with Jeff here. So you have no proof that you graduated from kindergarten, Molly.
So kindergarten, I actually went to public kindergarten, so I did have a kindergarten graduation.
But you don't have any proof. So
No, I think we
Plus,
made
this one's
paper
elementary
graduation
school.
caps. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get my parents in on this. I don't know.
yeah.
Molly graduated kindergarten.
Wait, what'd you say?
Never happened. Molly never graduated kindergarten.
That's what I heard.
Okay.
It's coming out right now.
Yeah.
Listen, I did, and I actually had my first boyfriend in kindergarten, and he was a big loser too. So let's
Aw.
get to an ad break.
Oh.
Oh, hello. Are you here to sign up for the GED course?
Yes, I am, but first I would like to see your credentials for teaching the GED course.
I mean, I don't have those with me. They don't really give you credentials. I got the job because I didn't
No,
get the GED, but I just graduated high
no,
school.
I think you know what I'm asking for. I need your framed proof that you graduated elementary school, sir.
I don't think I have that. Give me a
Has
second.
this
I'm just
ever
gonna-
happened to you? Caught somewhere without a frame? That's why Michael's Craft Store has custom framing for any framing project you may have. Got a document? We can frame it. Make sure you get it framed at Michael's Craft Store. Use code HowEmbarrassing to get 10% off and a free cookie at your next custom framing appointment. Thank you.
Molly, you're on fire tonight. Whatever you're doing tonight, like motoring through this stuff and like you're just on fire.
I gotta be in Jeff's bed all the time.
Do it all the time. Yeah, all the time.
But little worms, don't get it twisted. We are best friends.
Sensual love.
Ugh. Okay, God. I'm never going to live down fucking saying that into a microphone. It gets played so often. Who knows how many shows you're playing it on? I'm sure every time there's a live stream of
Yeah.
fucking Poet Dick Society.
Oh yeah. Go On Podcast Productions. Go to facebook.com/Go On Podcast and you can find all the podcasts that have sensual love in them.
Sensual
All right.
love.
Let's get to today's sensual guest.
He is sensual, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes, he is sensual. You know him. His hat game is on point.
Thank you.
You know him. I bet his shoes are on point as well. Can't see him, but I assume.
His what?
And his shoes,
Shoes?
I
Oh.
think he said.
Oh.
And you know him because he does not care if we live or die.
Oh my God.
Everybody, please welcome to the podcast, Dai Dai.
Yay.
Thank you, ladies and gents. I appreciate it.
Oh, look at that. Accents. Yes, this guy's talented.
So excited. Thank you all for having me. And listen, for the record, ladies and gents, because I got called out on an episode of something that you all were doing, that I was ignoring an invitation to embarrass myself, which first and foremost, I don't embarrass that easily, so I would never turn down an opportunity like this. I literally did not see it because in the messenger thing, if you're not friends officially via that social media platform that I won't give free promotion to, you do not see the messages. So that's what happened. And then when I was granted a second message, which I'm grateful for, it magically showed up in the normal timeline so that I could respond. And then subsequently felt like trash because I talked my junk like, no one reached out to me. You guys are going to say that about me like I'm a bad person. And then I realized I was.
I love
So
it.
basically, I've been exposed. I double messaged Dai Dai to try to get him on the podcast because he ignored me the first time.
Unwittingly, but yeah.
I messaged about a month ago, heard nothing, then messaged again. And then
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, I didn't see it. I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
It
So
makes
I was
sense.
like,
He's a
well,
busy-
I
busy
feel like
guy.
trash.
I relate with that though.
Yeah.
I mean, I my Instagram, I checked my Instagram the other day. It was probably the first time I looked at Instagram for, I don't know, 4 months.
Mm.
And I had so many messages on there of people like asking me questions at the time and like trying to hang out.
But
We've been on over this before. Jeff famously, I had to show him what DMs were on Instagram.
wow.
He had no idea.
Oh.
And by the time I got to his
It's true.
Instagram, he had like 30 DMs. And I was like, Jeff.
But you know what's funny, Jeff?
look
I
at
can't
these.
judge you because I think that platform does it a little better because at least at the top right, it now says if there's message request. And so I just checked, I have 16. So I can't even judge you because a lot of people hit me up because I write music reviews. And so sometimes if I'm not friends with these people, they'll just like message me and I don't see it. So like, I'm trying to get better at checking that. So actually, I
Right.
feel like there's some solidarity in there.
Oh.
But see, the messenger one, they're trying to get me because I promise you I would have responded immediately, Molly, because you're
Okay,
amazing.
a lot of men have said that to me before.
Yeah, you're mentioning it a little much that I think that you did just try to ignore us. Then you
But you
started
know, you can
Like,
see
feeling
if you
guilty
ignore
later.
people though. Real talk though. You can I would have deleted it, or better yet, I wouldn't have responded the second time. So
I would have messaged Jordan Burton and said, "Why the fuck is this girl Molly messaging?"
exactly. I'd be like, who'd you get my name out to?
I really wish this could be the rest of the episode, and every episode subsequent after this is just we get people on here and accuse them of stuff.
Well, actually, that leads me into my first question of the episode, and that is, Dai Dai, we ask every guest this: are you embarrassed to be here right now?
Absolutely not. Should I be?
You will be.
I don't know. I think it shows you haven't listened to many episodes if you're not embarrassed to be here.
Admittedly true, but
More accusing.
I know friends that have been on the show, and if they can survive it, I'm very, very confident that I can as well.
Yes.
All right.
Well, our goal is to ruin everyone's lives.
Yeah.
Okay, bring
We're
it
like
on.
a little evil operation who's.
Well, and that's what in our message, Dai Dai was like, I don't really get embarrassed, so like I'll come on the podcast, but I might be boring. And I was like, me and Jeff will embarrass you. Don't worry.
I'm actually excited by this, so let's bring it.
All right.
Well, oh,
Do you
Jeff.
get? Oh yeah, you don't get embarrassed easily, do you?
No,
Okay.
I like
That's
to
a
think I don't,
challenge.
but I'm also just like, I'm the type of person that's
Just
like,
roll with it.
yeah,
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Let's get into it. I would love to hear a story of when you somewhat at least feel
yes.
embarrassed.
Now I had to think deep, because I was
Right.
like, there are examples of being embarrassed, and actually, I love the mentioning of elementary days because this is
Oh.
actually where my story comes from.
Uh-oh.
So
Classic.
one quick story, because you talked about your graduation. And
Mhm.
one of the embarrassing moments, I'm very clumsy. So most people surprisingly don't know I'm very tall. So even back then I was really tall and I'm very, very clumsy. So falling, that's probably why I don't embarrass as much now because I've done so much falling.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'4".
Okay.
Okay.
And so I remember my mother's biggest thing for me at our graduation for kindergarten was, please don't fall.
Oh.
And so I
Oh,
don't know
God.
whose bright idea it was to buy me brand new slick dress shoes.
No.
And I promise you, this is not an exaggeration. So I was like, I got this. I can do this. I'm not going to fall. So before we even we're getting ready to line up to go to the an auditorium in elementary school is the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Literally fall and bust my butt. Not even a joke.
Oh no.
But that's not the graduation. So I'm okay. So then we proceed down the line and someone mean trips me and boom,
No.
fall number 2. So then we're sitting in the cafeteria. So mind you, I've fallen twice and I'm just like, listen, Lord, I just want to make my mother proud. I can do this. and not
I
fall.
just don't want to fall on
So they
graduation.
call my name and Darius. And I'm like, I got this. Through getting my diploma, I'm just like, don't fall. So I get on the stage. Of course, it's slippery. But guess what? I don't fall. I'm
Nice.
super proud of myself.
Oh, good.
I get down the steps and I lie to you not. What do? I'm talking banana peel fall. And, and it was like, I fell, hit my head. But then what makes it suck is that my best friend's dad is standing above me with his camcorder at the time. Like, hey, buddy, are you okay? And all I can think is like, this is immortalized on tape. Like,
Right.
and it frustrated me because part of me was just like, and I think when I saw my mom, because where she was standing, you could still see me. I was on the side of the stage falling. And I just was like, well,
God.
Mom, at least I didn't fall on the stage. And she just goes, you know what, whatever. And so that was one of my two. But my second one.
I just imagine her like.
I feel like graduation ceremonies get a lot of pressure on them.
Yes.
And like,
They're the worst.
Not to make this about me again, but my 8th grade graduation, which I didn't have any graduation but till 8th grade because I went to a Catholic school where it went 1st through 8th grade. And my 8th grade graduation was in a church. And I remember like I was wearing these shoes that were like kind of heels, but like flip-flop heels because it was 2006. And
were they jelly?
I just remember going up, getting my diploma from the priest. Like the priest was the one passing shit out. And he looked at me and he was like, okay, like, congratulations. And I just looked at him and go, I'm so sorry, Father Watley, but my shoe's about to make a real loud noise. Because going down the altar, it's marble steps. So it was just like bam, bam. Like, I could not control it. I didn't know how. And I just went, I made that noise. And I was like,
you doing that while
everybody was expecting me to do something dumb. And I was like, Father Wally, I'm so sorry, but this is about to happen. And he was just like, what? And I was like, boom, boom, bye.
Yeah, I needed to go to him and be like, Father, forgive me for I have slipped. So I completely understand. That is like a gem. But so that was my first piece. And so it all goes back to elementary school. So I'm starting to think my trauma and embarrassment started then. So I don't know how blue
Usually
this can be. So I will try to keep it not blue. But
no, make it dirty.
Okay, great. So
you can blue it up.
Elementary school, guys. I didn't have but so much I could be doing.
So I went through this weird phase. Now, this is probably why I'm volunteering this, but I had this weird phase where I was like, hey, do we always have to hold our wee-wee when we pee? Why can't we develop the skill to be able to pee without holding it? I don't really know what inspired this. And unfortunately, you can probably tell where this is going. So I decided.
It's revolutionary to me.
Thank you. I was just like, I feel like this is like just a thing that they tell us we have to do, but you don't really have to. If you like focus, I was really into superheroes and stuff. So like laser beams and so I just felt like the wee could do that too, you know? So I remember, you know, in elementary school, everyone has to go to the bathroom together. Like it's like a class trip, you know, one in, one out, blah, 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 like we're in prison. So I remember specifically, I was like, hey, I can do this. So I get to the urinal. I think typically I tried it on like the regular toilets where it's like, I don't know what the difference is. You call them like girls only have like that one style toilet in the female bathroom typically. Yeah. But guys, we have that bathroom and we have I was about to call it the commode, but that makes me feel really old. But we have those and then we have the urinals.
Right.
So like, so I got to the urinal and I was like, I got this. I've been practicing on the stalls. I got this. So I'm like, or whatever. And I'm like, oh snap, making it work. So proud of myself. But then like, I guess I had my eyes closed, not paying attention. But what I didn't realize was that when you do that on a urinal and you're only like, 3 feet or 4 feet, you're pretty much the size of a urinal. Yeah. What it does is it actually bounces back onto you and gets all over your clothes. Yeah. So I subsequently had to walk out of the bathroom and I'm whispering to the teacher like, hey, I peed my pants a little. I need to go to the nurse. And she's like, you peed what? And I'm like, I peed my pants a little. You peed your pants? What happened?
That's not cool, that teacher.
Literally. And I want you to know, like, of course, everybody hears it. Yeah. And so it's just like erupting in laughter. I'm still literally looking like I was fighting a water hose in my pants. Oh, no. So I had to call my parents. They had to come pick me up. It was like a whole to-do of explaining what happened. That was arguably one of my most embarrassing.
The teacher just called you out with
trash.
Honestly, it's not the first time that we've had stories where teachers are calling kids out and that's the cause of the most embarrassment. And
I used to work at sleepaway camps with kids, and if a kid when a girl in the bunk would wet the bed, I would do this whole act.
Put your face in it?
I would take my water bottle, like my full water bottle, and I would be like, whoa, and pretend to spill my water all over her bed. So I could be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I spilled my water all over your sheets. We have to really wash them and everything. Like, you go, like, I feel like the teacher could have like made something up like that to do. Cause
oh, absolutely. I feel like at that time, I probably cursed her and wished that her breath smelled bad for every lecture that she gave. But I definitely, at that time, I didn't know how to process like, hey, teach, you could have handled this a lot better. But I'm very fascinated. How did you handle the smell? Like when you had to justify, pouring the water, which I think is genius. But
so I do think it was sleepaway camp. Like everyone kind of smells gross. Like, you know what I mean? It's cabins. Like it's not like super smelly. Yeah. Like it's not like you're gonna be like, it smells like piss. I can tell.
Like everyone kind of smells
terrible because it's a sleepaway camp. So
Gotcha.
You're in a cabin with 10-year-olds. So
so it all smells like piss.
Yeah, exactly. Like I smelled like piss for 3 months.
I also noticed that Matt Cole, he giggles every time you say sleepaway camp.
Yeah. Is that a thing? Is that what they actually call it? Sleepaway camp?
I haven't heard it before, and it kind of makes me giggle also.
Oh, is that a new term?
No, it actually. Do you guys know the famous bizarre horror movie Sleepaway Camp?
No.
It's a doozy. It's transphobic, unfortunately, but like the final scene is just like, wait, what happened? I think
it's a real thing.
Yeah, I think it's called Sleepaway Camp. Yeah, you guys should watch that. It's really
sleepaway. Okay. So
sign up for a Patreon, and I will review the movie.
I have so many weird things, and I grew up in Baltimore, and I never know what's like a normal thing and what's like some weird white trash shit that I grew up with. So, but yeah, I think it's called Sleepaway Camp.
Looking this, oh my God, it really is called Sleepaway Camp. It's a movie.
Yeah. So
it came out in 1983. Yeah.
Jeff was saying, sign up for Patreon and we'll all watch it together. And Day Day's invited too, and we'll have
a watch party. We'll watch it and talk about it on the pod.
Yeah, I would love that. We could do a crossover with the Mixed Reception podcast starring Barrett Sigmund, hottest man alive, aka my boyfriend.
That's a good idea.
So.
All right, so you pissed yourself. All
right, you pissed yourself.
Essentially, at least not at the same time. So
this like superpower thing, and I'm very interested in like the reason why you did this. Like, did you stop doing it after that, or did you try other bizarre?
Yes.
Okay.
No, that was the end of the power of the P. So I decided maybe invisibility, telekinesis, anything but the power of P.
So now, just to clarify for our listeners, so now you hold on to your dick every time you pee now?
Every time. I did go through a slight phase of sitting because I was really scared to have a repeat. So I did do sits, aka squats, but depending on where I was. But then, I mastered the holding.
This is actually, so a lot of our audience members don't know this, but I actually don't have a penis. I am... fact. Yeah, I am a girl. And so what I want to know, and I'm taking a quick survey, and this is something I ask pretty much every male I know. When you have to pee really bad, do you feel it in like the tip of your penis or before your penis starts?
It's more so like you start when you have to pee really bad, you actually feel it in the bladder area. So like around the pelvic region.
Well, yeah, because that's what happens to me is like, it's like my bladder, but like also kind of like, I don't know, but I don't know if I had a tube, if it would go down the tube.
You feel you feel it traveling, but you don't, it's not like a burning, it's not like a wool unless you have something, but it's more like it's in the bladder. And then imagine like, do you know those baby things like it has the bulb at the top and so imagine the
like
pee is in the bulb.
Sucker thing.
Yeah. The pee is in the bulb. And then of course, if you press the bulb, the water comes out of it. And I feel like that's a good description because it's like.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is
I've
actually
never
the best
thought of
description
this.
I've heard.
Yeah, I was like, I've never
Yeah,
thought of
no,
this
because
on the fly. But
I've always thought of this. I'm like, is it in the penis or is it before the penis?
but you know what's funny? I never knew. God, I can't believe you guys have me saying these things. But
say it.
like, it's kind of like with females. I didn't understand why it doesn't just spray everywhere because you don't have a tube to like funnel it. And then I also didn't know
Oh.
girls pooped. So like that really freaked me out because I
But
just
you didn't
assumed.
know?
Wait, at
No,
all?
because like I didn't see anybody. Like, you know, you
Oh,
don't like
yeah.
you don't go in the bathroom. So I just assume girls don't poop. And so like when sorry,
Molly's
Mom.
like, it's true.
No, like, but when my mom like moved in with me, my mom is like I didn't grow up living with my mom. So my mom is very like whatever. So like she would just leave the door open. So I would just sit on the counter while she's pooping. And then I realized like, oh my God, girls poop. So it really blew my mind.
Yeah. Yeah,
I learned that babies don't come out of women's butts when I was in like 3rd grade. My friend Xavier taught our table that at lunch.
Did you feel a lot cleaner once you heard the truth?
I felt way more confused about my entire life.
I had an embarrassing thing. Like, I don't know why I was thinking about this today. We were talking about twins in like a meeting at work or something like that. And for a hot second, I thought about, wait a minute, are there 2 umbilical cords? And I thought, like, is it like a daisy chain or like does it split off? I couldn't. For
That's
life.
actually a good
That's a
question.
great
Okay, I was
question.
gonna say, so you're embarrassed, but I'm actually wondering.
Yeah,
How does this
I'm
work?
like, it must be 2, right?
Because I famously, like I said, I went to Catholic school. They don't teach you these things. They teach I went to public high school, but my sister went to Catholic high school, and they taught her that condoms are called condoms because you're conning God and it's dumb.
Wow.
Like, I grew up knowing nothing about my own anatomy. Like, everything
Wait, are there 2
I've had to
placentas?
learn.
He's still on this. I was just thinking that. I was like, aren't they all in one placenta sac together and that it would
Yeah.
actually feed
Is
both
it-
at the same? I'm literally making this up because I
I
have no
literally
idea.
found out that the uterus
How many
and the vagina
placentas,
were
Matt?
2 different
Matt.
chambers when I was like 24.
Oh,
So-
wow.
Sensual.
Yeah.
Alright, you know what?
love.
Luckily, our ad break today is actually speaking. It's a short little interview with a doctor who knows.
Matt,
a lot
aren't you a doctor? Can you tell us
information.
about the placentas and the daisy chains?
No, Matt's not a doctor, but Dr. Colonel Oswald is actually going to be in the ad break. So let's cut that.
Okay, yeah, let's get that.
Hi.
Doctor, give me the news. Is it a daisy chain umbilical cord?
Presenting Dr. Oswald. He walks into the room.
That's you, man.
He looks around silently as if he doesn't know who he is, but he reminds himself, I am the man who knows about the placentas.
Matt, that's you.
It's Jeff, isn't it? Who the fuck is this? I'm Colonel
You're-
Doctor. I'm
Yes,
Colonel Doctor, and I'm here to talk about twins. I'm a twin myself, and I have 2
And so-
belly buttons.
Colonel Doctor, can we ask you really quick?
Yes.
Is it 2 umbilical cords or are they daisy chained?
Well, you ever put up Christmas lights on a Christmas tree?
Sure have.
It's just like that. Buy low blow candles. Code word, how
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Hey!
I thought for sure Jeff was going to be Colonel Doctor.
No,
No,
I was the
thought it was
narrator.
obvious that it was you.
I was the
It
narrator.
could have been Day Day. I don't know.
I thought it
You were
was
the one
Matt.
who brought up the whole subject.
I don't
of
know.
Yeah, we.
twins and umbilical cords.
I'll
So
put
we-
that down as an
I thought we all had the silent agreement that Matt was the doctor.
I'll put it down as my one oopsie in
Come
you
on,
know how many
Matt.
placentas, Matt? Do you
How
know how many?
embarrassing.
Um,
Ugh.
I know that song, oh fuck, how's it go? Lightning crashes. The placenta falls to the floor. How does it go?
So I will say,
I don't know what the fuck
I
you're
will
talking
say that I do believe that it's time for games and segments.
Okay.
segments of games.
Oh, new music for
yeah, neglect now.
Okay, so all right, it is time. It is it is time for everyone's favorite game. It's a classic. It has just been invented and no one's ever heard of it before. It is called Fuck, Marry, Kill, Raise, and Neglect.
Wow.
So, Dai, you are lucky. You are a lucky contestant today, and we're gonna give you 5 options.
Okay.
You must fuck one.
Oh, wow.
You must marry one. You cannot fuck the one you marry.
Okay, darn.
You must kill one.
Oh, God.
You cannot fuck the one you kill before, after, or during the murder,
Okay.
no matter how hot it is. You must raise one as your own child. And now more than ever, the Woody Allen rule does apply. You cannot fuck the one you raise.
Oh, my Lord.
And you must neglect one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh.
You can fuck the one you neglect. We don't give a shit.
We don't care about that one.
No one cares.
It's
Whoever you
fine.
neglect, you can do honestly whatever you want
Whatever
to
you
them.
want.
As long
have
as
me-
you don't give them a nice bed or good
Yeah.
food.
Yeah, no, you could fuck them and kill them. We don't care.
I'm very
Yeah,
nervous.
you get- yeah.
Y'all gonna have me in here. As long as y'all don't have me in here like R.
Alright,
Kelly or
so,
something.
Your
Allegedly.
options. So fuck, marry, kill, raise, neglect. Your options are me,
Me.
Me.
yourself, and eggs.
Ew.
Okay.
Oh, eggs.
So I might as well neglect myself like I do any other day.
Oh,
For
that's
why?
harsh.
Why are you gonna neglect yourself?
I'm used to it. So
Okay.
you know, that why not? I
Well, you
guess
might as well
Respect it.
kill yourself if that's how you do
that see, now wait a minute. Neglection, there's a big jump from neglecting and
I'm
killing. So
joking.
Yeah.
but
Big diff.
I feel like, oh my God, I hope this doesn't get me canceled. But I was like, eggs are like somewhat chicken abortions anyways. So killing the egg, I wouldn't feel
Word.
that bad.
Nice.
Okay.
That's good.
Ooh.
Eggs are chicken abortions.
Yeah, you're gonna get canceled
I like
for
that.
saying eggs are chicken abortions. I actually think because
They're more like
not
chicken
fertilized, I
periods.
think they're chicken period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's chicken period.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with chicken period.
And
then.
I would neglect anyone's period.
Well, there we go. So
Well, no,
guys,
kill.
I'm
He's
getting me
killing. He's
canceled,
killing
so-
the. Chicken.
But I did kill the egg because it was already kind of dead. It's either that or cook it, and I don't really
Okay,
eat
kill
eggs
the
like
egg.
that. So
You're right. You're right.
I couldn't kill one of you guys. Now the fun part: who am I gonna f? Who am I gonna marry? And who am I going to
Raise.
Raise.
raise?
A
Ooh,
little baby.
Goo-goo
And for
gaga.
raising, you can't.
Beep
You
boop
can have
bop
it
boop.
from the like.
I would
from
raise
their baby.
Matt because, in the words of the great Miss Minaj, all these is my sons. So I feel like raising Matt would be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Um,
Love it. Daddy,
I would F-
Day.
I would F Molly because I feel like it would be a lot of fun with or without Molly. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do Molly, but like that. But I would. Oh my God. Anyway, so F Molly because
Honestly,
it would be
I
fun.
feel like we'd have a good time, and we could also do Molly. You know what I mean?
Because I feel like ever
Whoa.
since you said, never mind. So I'll just go with that, and I would marry Jeff because he just seems like he's really nice.
He
And-
is. He's a
Oh,
little
hey.
sweetheart. Day
Oh,
Daddy
honestly,
Daycare.
Yeah.
I have questions about the wedding, though.
Oh, shit.
So what do
Uh-oh.
you think the color scheme would be for your wedding? Like, what's your ideal wedding?
I don't know. I'm really
Hmm.
boring. So like,
Would
like,
you
I
want
have
to do like a
fun.
church wedding or like
I would because
backyard?
I'm a pretty spiritual person, so it'd be cool to do a church wedding. And I don't like to be hot, so outdoors would irritate me.
Mhm.
But and I've never liked any of my friends' outdoor weddings. I've secretly despised them. For doing it.
Oh,
I've
shit.
never done
You heard
that.
it here first.
I'm sending this to all of Day-Day's
Um,
friends.
Yeah, I mean, I love all of them though, and I went, so that's saying something.
Right, yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like my colors would be like white and black. I don't know. That's how
fun.
boring.
It's your
Or, like,
That would be
wedding.
actually that would be so fitting for you and Jeff's wedding. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that would. But don't bow. Wow.
Hey?
I
People would
love
I would
hate
that.
wear it all black, and he would wear all white.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's like
Exactly.
a yin yang situation.
To
Exactly.
symbolize like coming together. Oh, I love
The
this.
unity, you
Wow.
know, and make
Right.
all of your family wear black, all of my family wear white. We'll just have the internet eat us up with us being color appropriationists, but I'm really
Right?
excited.
One
Honestly,
side
though-
has to be all black people, and one side has to be all white people.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
but
then it
I'm
starts to get
wondering
real
though,
problematic.
could I wear green because I look best in green?
Jesus.
You could wear green
No,
if
absolutely
you were doing
not.
the camera.
At my wedding?
Yeah.
No.
How are you going to stand out if
You wear
everybody
black.
is wearing white or black and you're the only person wearing green? How
Molly, you're the
I
whitest
feel
person
like-
I know. You better wear black. All
I
black.
feel like at Jeff's wedding, like I deserve to look special.
At Jeff's wedding? My God.
You can only wear
Yeah.
green if you are the one who is doing the I do's. What are they called?
Oh, the
The
priest
vows.
girl, the priestess.
Jeff is losing it. What's the guy?
But I feel like
that
we're
was
not
fuck
giving
Mary
enough-
Kill Ray.
Oh.
'cause
I'll
I'm-
wear black.
I
I'll wear
love it.
black. I'll do it.
Fuck my car.
Fuck Mary Kill Ray. Neglect.
Neglect.
Fuck Mary Kill Ray.
Neglect.
Listen to
Fuck my car.
Oh, wow.
You know the reference that we're doing today?
Yeah.
Not at all. I was like, I don't think they're rapping.
We're gonna have to teach him about that at the wedding.
There was this song. There was this song by a very horrible band that was very popular.
Oh, come
in,
on.
what, 2004. Disturbed suck, dude.
God, we
Oh,
don't
I
have
know
to,
the
like,
story.
talk
Aren't they
about
the
this.
ones that sing? What's their big song? It's not. They're not.
Down with the
That's Tool,
Sickness.
right? Down with the sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
That's the
remember
song.
that.
It starts off with
the sickness. You want to come up, you're coming down with the sickness.
Okay, so anyway,
I haven't heard that ever.
so Dai Dai, you perform, you are involved in all kinds of different comedy projects and stuff. So I would like to give you a chance to kind of plug what you're up to and what
Oh,
kind of things
snap.
you're working on.
Well, what? Well, thank you.
Yeah,
so
I'm
actually,
just here to give black men a voice.
listen, we need one because to amplify, I already have a voice, but I appreciate you allowing me to amplify it through your platform.
There you
Okay,
go.
you're right. I'll fix the narrative.
It's okay. So I first and foremost, so today, I'm of course in Lemon Pepper and Sazon for anybody that doesn't know. And
Yes.
today we actually released our brand new podcast
Woohoo.
called LPS Presents The Zest. You can actually find it anywhere that you get your podcast. Again,
And
that's
that's-
LPS Presents The Zest. And I'm actually on the inaugural episode. I'm the interviewee, which is very, very, I much prefer interviewing people over being the interviewee, but we talk a little bit in the pre-trailer for it. And then the episode is about what is it like being Black during quarantine, which we shot months ago. So check that out.
Mhm.
And then who's hosting that podcast? Is it you?
So
and-
technically Jordan is the lead host, Jordan Burton, for
Okay,
anybody
so-
that doesn't
so
know. But I do
Jordan-
co-host.
Front of the pod.
Jordan
Yeah.
Burton, friend of the pod. He's been on I think he was one of our earlier guests of the podcast. But yes, he's now branched out on his own.
Mhm.
Started his own
he
thing.
left being our
It's a
guest.
hoot. You guys have to check it
He
out.
left being a guest.
Yes. And I also have a podcast / video channel. I think it's better via video with my best friend Esmeralda Laguna. And that's called the Bloomin' Onion Podcast.
Oh.
It's more about like just talking about
Outback
fun things.
Steakhouse.
I wish, because listen, if Outback would sponsor, do you know the way that check would clear? Woo.
All right,
so yeah.
Outback, if you're out there listening, there's a podcast you need to hear about, and Dai Dai's about to give you the rundown right
Yes. It's called the Blooming Onion Podcast. It is where we like to peel back the layers of being politically correct to have open, honest, and raw conversation amongst friends. So you guys should definitely check that out. I love it. It's super fun. Best
That sounds
enjoyed
awesome.
via YouTube. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's
It's really
awesome.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
so
many-
I'm really excited about that.
How many episodes? Are you just starting it or?
No, so we actually released like the first season. It's weird because we shot way more episodes than we released, but
Yeah.
I think it was like 4 or 5 that we released officially. And then we're gearing up to shoot the next episodes really soon. So
That's
now.
excited.
And
Really
so this
exciting.
it's on YouTube, you said?
Yes, that's the preferred medium. I think
Yeah.
you should just watch the video on YouTube. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
G'day, mates. It's me, Paul Hogan, star of Crocodile Dundee and owner of Outback Steakhouses. And Dai Dai, today's your day. Day.
OMG.
Consider yourself sponsored, mate.
Thank
Today's
you
your
so
day,
much.
Jay.
That's actually the worst accent. One accent I can't do is like my Australian is absolute garbage. So
I've heard it's you gotta say rise up lights.
Yeah, rise up lights, and so it sounds
Really?
like razor blade.
Rise up lights.
Rise up lights.
oh, you guys are good. See, I was told it's like British, but make all the vowels wide.
Yeah.
So like instead of A, it'd be like A, E, I, O, and U. But see, that was really bad. So I don't know.
That was
sounded
more
British.
Cockney.
Yeah, a little
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do a great Cockney, I'm told, but I don't
Yeah.
know how to make it Australian.
It's
so.
I suck at all accents.
so my
tongue doesn't
family my family's from Baltimore and we have fucked up accents. And my poor sister, her boyfriend is Irish. Like he moved here from
That's so
Ireland
sad.
like 2 years ago. And you should, because he'll say stuff my family tries to recreate his accent, and it's just embarrassing for everyone involved. But anyway, what's not embarrassing was Day
Today's
Day's
episode.
episode today. Did we ruin your life today?
Of course. Like I'm gonna have to make sure that I don't walk around at least for the next month because people are gonna think I'm advocating for chicken abortion. So
Yeah.
Well, luckily we're in the middle of a pandemic, so
Wear a mask.
yes, Panasonic
Too hard.
said no going out.
Yeah, you can play it cool for the next month at least till all those pro chicken life people move on.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. It was a great time. And to our little worms out there,
Keep
keep
wiggling.
Thanks so much for listening to How Embarrassing Podcast with Molly and Jeff, a Go On podcast production. If you have an embarrassing story and like to be a guest on How Embarrassing Podcast with Molly and Jeff, then send us an email at howembarrassingpodcast@gmail.com.
I don't have a funny thing to say.
Wah!